Under rising pressure in the Arctic and the North Atlantic, Norway has reached a strategic crossroads that will shape the maritime balance of NATO's northern flank for decades. Russian submarine activity in the Barents Sea and across the Greenland-Iceland-United Kingdom gap has increased in tempo and sophistication, and Oslo now finds itself carrying the burden of guarding what many analysts call the alliance's most vulnerable gateway. The Fridtjof Nansen-class frigates, once the pride of the Royal Norwegian Navy, are approaching technological limits, especially in anti-submarine warfare against modern Russian platforms. As a result, Norway is searching for a new generation of surface combatants capable of operating in harsh Arctic environments, integrating advanced sensors, and supporting long-range, high-intensity warfare. Among the contenders, the British Type 26 has emerged as the frontrunner. Its selection would not only modernize Norway's fleet, but also transform the strategic geometry of the entire Nordic region. Norway's requirements for its next frigate are exceptionally demanding. The Arctic is one of the most acoustically complex maritime environments in the world, with layers of cold water, thick ice formations, and fluctuating salinity that distort sonar. At the same time, Russia's northern fleet operates an elite submarine force that includes Yasen-M cruise missile submarines and upgraded Akula and Sierra variants. Detecting, tracking, and deterring these assets require extremely quiet platforms equipped with sophisticated sensors. Norway also needs a vessel with long endurance, the ability to survive rough seas, and the flexibility to host unmanned vehicles for under-ice reconnaissance. The ship must integrate seamlessly into NATO's digital infrastructure, from satellite links to underwater sensor networks, and it must be resilient enough to support future weapons such as directed energy systems. Finally, Oslo has expressed interest in maintaining a degree of industrial involvement, both to preserve national capability and to avoid overdependence on foreign supply chains. The Type 26 addresses these concerns at a level few frigates in the world currently match. Designed around anti-submarine warfare excellence, the ship's low acoustic signature is often compared to modern diesel submarines. This is achieved through its codlog propulsion system and the option of pump jet technology, which significantly reduces vibration and noise. The vessel also carries the powerful 2087 variable depth sonar, considered one of the most capable towed array systems in the world. Canada and Australia both chose the Type 26 primarily for its anti-submarine warfare performance, validating the class in roles highly relevant to Norway's threat environment. Beyond underwater warfare, the Type 26 offers substantial growth potential. Its flexible combat system architecture allows integration with multiple command systems, including Aegis, which Norway already operates on the Nansen class. The ship's mission bay supports drones, unmanned surface craft, and unmanned underwater vehicles, giving it the versatility needed for modern multi-domain operations in the High North. The design also includes significant electrical reserves to support future high-energy weapons. Joining the Type 26 family would effectively link Norway with a broader network of trusted partners, including the United Kingdom, Australia, and Canada. This emerging global Type 26 community is building shared supply chains, common training pipelines, and interoperable anti-submarine warfare doctrines, creating a strategic multiplier effect for all participating navies. If Norway selects the Type 26, the strategic consequences will be immediate and far-reaching. Together with the United Kingdom's own Type 26 fleet, the new Norwegian frigates will form a powerful anti-submarine barrier stretching from the North Sea to the Arctic Circle. This would strengthen the Greenland-Iceland-United Kingdom gap, a vital choke point that Russian submarines must cross to reach the Atlantic. It would also reinforce the trilateral anti-submarine warfare geometry among the United Kingdom, Norway, and Iceland. With Norway operating P-8A Poseidon aircraft and modernizing its undersea sensor network, integrating Type 26 into this structure would significantly increase NATO's ability to track hostile submarines before they enter open waters. The impact would also be felt inside the Nordic region itself. Norway's commitment to a high-end, globally recognized frigate could pressure Sweden and Denmark to recalibrate their own modernization plans. It may accelerate discussions on joint Nordic procurement, shared maintenance facilities, and common training pathways. Furthermore, the Type 26 could become a platform for deeper industrial cooperation. Saab could supply radar technologies. Kongsberg could integrate its naval strike missile or joint strike missile, and British firms could provide sonar and hull expertise. This interconnected industrial structure would extend beyond procurement, forming long-term strategic bonds across the North. There are, however, notable risks. The Type 26 is expensive, especially compared with lighter designs such as Arrowhead 140 or the Spanish F-110. Delays in British shipyards have raised concerns about production timelines, and integrating Aegis on a platform originally tailored for British combat systems could introduce technical challenges. Norway must also consider the vulnerability of global supply chains. A crisis in the Indo-Pacific could disrupt component flows from Australia or Canada, with direct implications for Norwegian readiness. Another factor is geopolitical signaling. A Norwegian decision to adopt Type 26 will undoubtedly provoke scrutiny from Russia, which may respond with increased naval activity or more aggressive undersea patrols, raising tensions across the region. A comparison with rival designs highlights why Type 26 remains distinctive. The F-110 offers strong radar capabilities at a lower cost, but it lacks the extreme acoustic suppression required for Arctic anti-submarine warfare. The MEKO A300 is versatile and heavily armed, yet it does not match Type 26's stealth in underwater operations. Arrowhead 140 is affordable and customizable, but sits in a lighter category of frigates optimized for general-purpose missions rather than dedicated anti-submarine excellence. The Japanese Mogami class is technologically advanced and highly stealthy above the waterline, but its anti-submarine warfare suite is not optimized for deep Arctic conditions where Russian submarines excel. Type 26 consistently stands out for its specialized purpose: silent, persistent, and survivable anti-submarine dominance. From a strategic perspective, adopting Type 26 would redefine Norway's maritime posture. The country would transition from a primarily defensive navy focused on coastal protection to a force capable of long-range influence and sustained Arctic presence. The ability to carry long-range missiles through the Mark 41 vertical launch system could support new doctrines emphasizing deterrence and strike capability. Over the next decade, the combination of Type 26 frigates, P-8A aircraft, Global Eye surveillance planes, and advanced coastal missile batteries could transform Norway into the central anchor of NATO's northern shield. The long-term implications extend beyond Norway. A growing cluster of Type 26 operators could evolve into a new form of naval cooperation within the alliance, akin to a distributed anti-submarine warfare fleet. Shared tactics, common upgrades, and pooled logistics would create resilience against supply disruptions and enhance collective situational awareness. With the High North becoming an increasingly contested theater due to climate change, resource competition, and renewed Russian assertiveness, a coherent and technologically advanced maritime posture is essential. Type 26 provides the foundation for that posture. In the final analysis, Norway's potential adoption of the Type 26 is not simply a procurement decision. It represents a structural shift in NATO's Arctic strategy, a signal of deeper Anglo-Nordic alignment, and a preview of the maritime order that may define the next 20 years. The move would reinforce Norway's role not just as a frontier state, but as a pivotal pillar in the defense of the Northern Atlantic. By joining the Type 26 community, Norway would lock itself into a future where the Arctic is no longer a remote frontier, but a central arena of geopolitical competition, and where silent ships beneath the waves decide the balance of security in Europe.